Hey everybody, Randy Pierson here, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Gordon Marketing, and I have with me Ray Parman, our RVP on the life insurance side of the house. And we're approaching the end of the year, right? We're heading into the holiday season, and whenever we get into this time of the year, I start thinking about how miraculous life insurance is, and what a wonderful gift it might make to the people you love most.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And so today on this video, we're going to talk about life insurance as a gift. And so, Ray, why don't you dive in? What comes to mind when I say that?
Yeah, so it's positioning the life insurance policy, and I'm talking about cash value life insurance here, something that can provide a death benefit, but also help a client visualize, some strategic uses of that cash value for their kids or even their grandkids too. And by the way, for those that have very, very large estates or might have some estate tax problems, this year in 2022, believe it or not, the individual gifting limit is $16,000 a person. So, I kind of think, hey, where's a gift or a tax efficient strategy for perhaps grandparents that have a large estate? And even, hey, could we put this into a tax efficient vehicle? And that can be cash value life insurance.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think so many consumers out there, when you talk about life insurance, and it's only natural, but they think about life insurance for the death benefit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as they should, right? Because
Yep.
that's why the product was designed, to be there when a spouse or a family needs it most,
Mm-hmm.
i.e. the loss of a spouse or a loved one. However, so oftentimes consumers and even agents forget about the incredible value of permanent cash value life insurance and the impact it can have on an individual's life for the duration of their life.
Yeah. And, when an agent calls in, maybe they're attracted to that strategy. Maybe they work with, a family that has kids and they have heard about this. I know there's, the Gerber Grow Up Plan. There's all those common, well-branded, very, very familiar strategies out there. But what I like to do is put together an illustration that tells a story, okay? A story where it shows distributions, again, tax-friendly, coming out of that policy, perhaps to pay back college, to help them pay for a wedding, start a business, put a down payment on a house. But then years down the road, showing this as a another sleeve of tax efficient retirement supplemental income too.
And therefore, what products, when an agent reaches out to you and says, hey, I got this kind of a scenario I'd like to talk to my client about, what products are you most frequently quoting and showing them?
Yeah, well, the beauty of working with us here at Gordon Marketing, if you like chocolate, you can have chocolate. If you like vanilla, you can have vanilla. So oftentimes I'll show accumulation-focused IUL, or if somebody really likes participating whole life, we can look at carriers that offer that up as well. So both serve the purpose. It's just a slightly different methodology of getting there.
So let's talk a little bit about IUL. So what makes IUL a good fit in this scenario?
Well, you got to think the kid has a long runway, right?
Yeah.
They have a long time horizon to let this grow and boil into something very, very beautiful. So, of course, I can't guarantee the growth in an IUL policy, but I can at least say you have, limited downside risk. And so, that any growth in that policy for that year is growth that belongs to the policy owner. Yeah. Okay. And so over time, there's various strategies, index strategies where we can, set them up to achieve possible stock market like returns when those indexes perform. Yeah.
Yeah, you would really like to, you make such an excellent point, right? Time is your friend in this scenario. And with a well-constructed, properly constructed indexed universal life policy with fantastic upside, you got plenty of time to experience that upside.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about one other thing that I think is frequently not thought about by consumers and agents, and that's protecting the insurability of those kids too, right?
Oh, yeah.
if you'd like to think that your children are going to be financially successful in life, and at some point in time, perhaps have children of their own and need life insurance. But God forbid, let's say they developed a childhood illness. Let's say they developed juvenile diabetes or some other ailment that would preclude them from getting coverage later in life.
Yeah.
The coverage that you, the agent, with your assistance, Ray, put in their hands might be the only coverage they ever get.
Yeah, so you're giving them this gift of growing, growing cash value, but yeah, you're also securing their insurability. A lot of these carriers, they come with guaranteed insurability riders. So as these kids transition into adulthood, they can then, exercise that insurability rider, add on more coverage to that policy, and they're going to have the same, underwriting class. There's no more underwriting, and they just pay attained age premium rates there for the additional coverage. So, yeah, I mean, it truly is a gift of a lifetime, not only from a monetary value, but also from the insurability too.
Yeah. And I happen to know, because both of us were in a meeting recently where one of our carriers told us that for children, they'll offer them preferred rates, right? Which is very unusual in this space.
I think they may be the only one out there. Yeah.
So if you want to know who that carrier is, you need to pick up the phone and give myself or Ray Parman a call. But listen, Ray, we've run out of time for this episode of Selling Life and Annuities, but I would certainly encourage you, if you're an agent out there and you feel like you've got clients that may want to implement this kind of strategy for their children and or other loved ones, you need to pick up the phone and give Ray Parman a call. He stands ready to assist you in case development and running illustrations and providing you with the knowledge that you may need to make these sales and bring them across the goal line. So with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end, but I would ask you to do me a favor, click subscribe at the bottom of this video, as well as the notification bell, so that every time we come out with valuable content, you'll be sure to know about it. But on behalf of my good buddy here, Ray Parman, and me, Randy Pierson, we'd like to wish you happy selling.